In this particular session, we are going to discuss what are some of the data cleaning and data pre-processing techniques. If you look at the whole model building life cycle, there are 6 phases in it. Phase 1, phase 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 phases. Roughly, no matter which company that you work for, no matter which machine learning project that you are working on, these 6 phases are mostly common. Maybe they are rearranged here and there. Some of them might be mixed, but these 6 phases always you see. What is the first and important phase? Background and the objective. You have to set a goal. Without the goal, you cannot just take the data and do some random analysis. That doesn't happen anywhere. What is your objective? I want to build a model that will predict the sales next month. I want to build a model that will predict whether the transaction is fraudulent or non-fraudulent. I want to build a model that will predict whether the customer is a bad customer or whether the customer is a good customer. I want to build a model that will predict whether a customer is going to buy the product or not buy the product. Don't you think you must have a clear goal and objective in mind before starting? Especially when you're starting a project without having the business objective clarity on that, don't start the project. Never ever do that. If you do not have the clarity, connect with client and clearly ask them what are your requirements. Otherwise, later on you will be struggling a lot because most of the analysis are aligned towards your business objectives. Few things you must do for some objectives, few things you must not do for solving a business objective. That is the first step. The second step is based on the objective, you collect the data. Sometimes you need to collect the data from internal sources. Sometimes you may have to collect the data from social media. Sometimes you may have to collect the data from bureaus. Sometimes you have to collect the data from market research companies. Sometimes you may have to collect the data from different sources that are internally existing. Collect the data that will fulfill our business objective. Explore the data. Identify the issues. Look at the basic summaries. Identify the issues. Identify the missing values. Identify the outliers because data is not clean. Once you identified, once you validated all that data, then do the outlier treatment, missing value treatment, clean the data, prepare it for analysis. Once you have prepared the data, then go for model building, model validation. That is going to come later on. These are the 6 phases that will happen in real life projects. If you see, what really happens is around 60% of the time, in fact 60 to 70% of the time, let's say if you are spending 100 days on a project, roughly first 2 months, 60 days, you will be spending only on 2 phases. 2 phases constitute to almost 60% of the time, 60 to 70% of the time. Can you make a guess? What are those 2 phases?
Sir, exploration and
Data
data analysis.
exploration and data cleaning, preparing data for analysis. A lot of people think that machine learning model building is time consuming, but no, that's not true. Any model that you build is going to learn everything from where? Model is going to learn all the patterns from the
Data.
data. If the data is junk, if the data is having issues, do you think the model will give you right results? Junk in, junk out. Yes or no? Data cleaning is very important. Let us see some of the data cleaning techniques in this session. Data exploration and preparing data for analysis. These are the two important aspects. Raw data will definitely have issues. We don't know why the issue is coming. No point in searching for the reason who gave this error, who created this error. Okay, we'll accept, yes, there are issues. There are some wrong formats, erroneous data points are there. Then how do you prepare data for analysis? First, you explore each and every variable. No shortcut. There are no shortcuts. Explore each and every variable because every variable will have different issues. The issue that we found in monthly utilization, will you find the same issue in number of loans?
No, sir.
Will you find the same issue in income?
No, sir.
Can we automate that process of data cleaning for every variable? I'll follow the same technique. No way. Explore the data, explore the variable, each and every variable, validate the data, finally clean the data, prepare it for analysis. We're going to do all this learning using a case study. There's a data set called give me some credit data. This is a data set that is used for building a credit risk model. To build that model, we have got the data. Before building the model, we would like to explore, validate, clean the data before we go on to the final analysis. First, let us get this data into our system. If you go back to our classwork and refresh this, there's one more section that is added: data exploration, validation, cleaning. This is a code file. double click on it, will open the code file. Then I'll give you the direct link of Collab. You can click on that link. You will be landing on this page. Here is the link. Click on that link. You will be landing on this page. Just import the packages. You say run anyway. It's code. I'm not really explaining it because I'm feeling that you're already comfortable with it. Data importing, info, shape, column values, D types, all of them you're very much aware of all these, isn't it? Once you have the info output, once you have all the variables in front of you, send me a confirmation message. Then I'll explain you each and every variable in detail. We must have a clear idea on the data before going ahead. Send me a confirmation in the chat window. Sorry, the file that you have requested does not exist. ऐसा क्यों आ रहा है? Link पे click करो ना. The link that I have given you. collaboresearch.google.com. The link that I have given you. Check this link once again. Link, I'm keeping it again. Click on that. Does not exist. It exists. So, now let me explain you the column names one by one. This is a credit risk data. We would like to use all the factors that will decide whether a customer will be a defaulter or non-defaulter. And these are the variables we have. Serious delinquency in last 2 years. What is a delinquency? What is delinquency in risk terminology? Let us suppose you have to pay the bill on 30th Jan. If you don't pay, you will be called as delinquent, default or delinquent customer. Okay, delinquency. Seriously, delinquency means you did not pay 30th Jan, you did not pay on 28th February, you did not pay on 31st March, you did not pay for many, many months. That means you are seriously delinquent, you are a bad customer. After a few days, what will happen to you? You will be written off, charge off.
Charge off.
Yeah, defaulter, you will be called a serious defaulter. Now, this is what our target variable is. We have the last 2 years data. We already know who is a customer who was defaulted, who's the customer who's not defaulted. This is known as our target variable. This is what we are predicting. Yes or no? Before giving a loan, we must predict who is the customer who's going to be seriously defaulted. Isn't that our objective target? Yes or no? So tell me, what are the values that you will take? Serious delinquency in last 2 years. A customer is seriously delinquent. Yes. A customer is not seriously delinquent. No. Okay. This is our target. Are you clear on this, all of you? The first variable. This is 2 years back data. So we already know who are the customers who delinquented, who are the customers who are not seriously delinquent. The second one is revolving utilization of unsecured loans and lines. Simply, this is known as credit card utilization percentage or monthly utilization. What are the values that it will take? Monthly utilization. Minimum value, how
0
much it
to
will
1.
take?
0, 1.
0 to 1. Monthly utilization percentage. All of you clear on this variable, monthly utilization percentage? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Age of the customer. Minimum value age कितना हो सकता है?
20.
20 or 18 or something like that, whichever is the country, depending on that. Maximum value can be like roughly, I'm thinking 60 or 70, but it may vary. I'm just guessing this. Okay. The next one is, this is 2 years worth data. In 2 years, how many bills will be generated?
24.
24 bills are generated. Now this is 1 month late frequency. How many times out of 24 a customer has paid late? Let's say customer A, out of 24, once he paid late. Customer B, out of 24 bills, around 8 times he paid late. Can you tell me who's risky?
So B.
Why B is risky?
Customer B.
Does it really matter how many times you paid late? Does it really
Yes, sir.
matter?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
If you're not able to pay on time, that means it means that there's some problem with you. So 1 month late frequency. Are you getting it? Number of times 32, 15. 1 month late frequency means like your bill got generated on, you had to pay on 31st Jan, but did you pay very late? By which date you have paid, or your bill got generated on, let's say 31st March or 30th March. By when you have paid back? 30 to 59 days, which means between 30 to 59, like between before that is actually anyway you'll get 1 month buffer time, right? So that is the number of times you paid within 1 month or 1 month late frequency. Minimum value, how much is expected? 1 month late frequency minimum value.
Yes.
Minimum.
2 months.
Minimum. How much? What is the minimum? Can it not be less than 2? 2 is the minimum. Think about it. 1 month late frequency. 24 bills got generated. You paid all the bills on time. Then what will be the 1 month late frequency for you?
0.
0. What's the maximum value?
So 24.
24.
Every bill you paid all late. 24 out of 24. That will be maximum value. Debt ratio. Debt divided by income. Debt is monthly EMIs. You're paying 60,000 as EMIs. Let's say 30,000 as EMIs every month. Your salary is 1 lakh. What is your debt ratio?
30%.
30%. So tell me what is the minimum value that it can take, debt ratio?
0.
0%. What is the maximum value?
100%.
100.
It can go beyond 100 also, but 100 itself is very rare, isn't it? Yeah. Does it matter? Debt ratio, does it impact whether the customer will
Yes,
be a
sir.
bad customer or good customer?
Yes.
Is it a factor?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Who's risky? Higher debt ratio or lower debt ratio?
Sir, higher debt.
Higher
debt.
debt.
Monthly income, nothing to discuss about it. Number of existing personal loans. Number of existing personal loans. Does it
Minimum
matter?
10.
Matters.
Minimum 0.
Yes, sir.
Minimum 0. Maximum how much? Roughly कितना personal loan हो सकता है? 1, 2, 3, 4. Like on an average 2, 3.
5.
On the extreme side, maybe I can take 10, isn't it? Extreme, like 10 personal loans or
Yeah.
something. This was 1 month late frequency. The other variable is 3 month late frequency. Your bill got generated on 30 April. Did you pay on 30 May? No.
No.
Did you pay on 30 June?
July.
No. When did you pay? In this period.
July.
Yeah. So number of times 3 months late frequency. What's the minimum value that it can take?
0.
0. How many bills got generated?
24.
24.
Every bill you paid 3 months late, 3 months late, 3 months late, 3 months late. Every bill you took 3 months. Then how much will be the maximum?
24.
24 will be maximum. It will not be 8. It will not be 8. It has to be 24. Are you with me? A lot of people get confused. They take 24 divided by 3. No, what I'm saying is 24 out of 24. You specifically paid after 3 months. Then 24 will be maximum. Are you with me, everyone? With this one?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, makes sense. Number of real estate loans, home loans. These are number of loans. These are home loans. What's the difference between them?
Sir, interest rate.
Interest rate to different hoga. This is called unsecured loan. Okay. This is secured.
Yes.
Okay. This is secured. If you don't pay your home
Collateral
loan,
is
what
there.
I'll do?
They'll take care of.
I'll take
Take care
your
of a
home
house.
that way. Minimum how much it can be?
0.
0. Maximum maybe 2, 3, 4 or 5. I'm just
5.
guessing. Okay. Now this is 2 month late frequency. This is 1 month late frequency, 3 months late frequency. 2 months late frequency means what? Your bill got generated on 30 April. Did you pay on 30 March? Bill for 30
No.
March? When did you pay? Between 30 March, 30 May to 30 June. So what is the minimum value here? Pay every bill on time. That will be
0.
0.
maximum. Every bill you paid after 2
24.
months.
24.
24. Number of dependents. How much will be the minimum?
0.
0. Maximum.
3, 4 to
3,
5.
4, 5, 6. Maybe I'm just thinking if you have a very big family. 10. Are you clear on all these variables without any doubt?
Yes,
Do you
sir.
think all these are good factors that will influence your bad, whether customer is good or bad? Somewhat they are all connected, isn't it?
Sir. Hello, sir.
Yeah, go ahead, Nipun.
Sir, can you explain that eighth one, sir? Number of times 90 days late.
Have you understood the fourth one?
Yes, sir.
Tell me what is that? How many times a particular
1 month.
customer paid 1 month late? Okay.
1 month.
That means your bill got generated on 30th April. You got late. Like you have to pay by 30th April, but by when you have paid? 30th May.
July.
In that window, you have paid. Like you have to pay by this. Before that, whatever is that 1 month, 1 month late means 30 to 59 days past due. This is 30. This is 59. Before that, you have paid. How many times it has happened? Like 24 bills got generated. How many times? This you have understood clearly.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Now that is 1 month. Now you did not pay in the second month. You paid after 3 months. That is the 90 days late frequency. Number of times you are 3 months. This is 1 month late frequency, right? The same way, This is 3 months late frequency, which means you did not pay within 1 month, within 2 months, after 3 months you have paid. And how many times did that happen? That's the difference. Okay.
Okay.
What is the other variable which is also connected to this? Similar to this? Tell me. Identify that. This is how many times you paid 1 month late. This is how many times you paid 3 months late. What's the other
2
variable?
months.
How
2
many
months
times
late.
like you have made 2 months late? Almost all of them are telling us a similar story, but this is a very serious issue, isn't it? Comparatively.
So that, so 1 month late means it's saying like for 30 applications after 30 May to 30 June, right?
Like there are two ways to go about it. Some people will take before this itself as 30 days because bank will anyway give you 30 days to pay back. Yes or no?
Okay.
So
Okay.
in some notations, before 30 May is considered as 1 month late. In some notations, this is known as X plus 30 and all that. Whichever is that, like you got the overall point, right? Yeah. With
Yeah.
any assumption, we can go. Okay. You can consider this as 0, then it will be this render. You can consider this as 30 days already I gave you. This will be the 30 plus T paid. Okay. Because if you miss the payment here, your interest will not be calculated from this day. Let's say you made the purchase on 12th April. Your interest will be calculated not from 30th April. Your interest will be calculated from 12th April. Okay. That's why this itself is considered as 30. Anything above that will be the 1 month late frequency. Okay. Have you understood all this? Any other connected questions? Let us take them. One of the question in the chat window is 2 month late frequency should be 11. How many bills got generated? Think about it. How many bills got generated in 2 years? 24 bills. Every bill I paid exactly after 2 months. Every bill I paid exactly after 2 months. Then how many times I got late 2 months? Tell me. If I'm paying every bill after 2 months, first bill after 2 months I paid, second bill after 2 months, third bill after 2 months, like that I repeated for every bill. Then what will be the number? Think about it. What's the maximum number that it can take?
24.
24 out of 24 times. Okay. These are the yeah.
The last variable, number of dependents, how it is going to affect.
It's very easy, no? Imagine a
Then
customer
select from.
dependents like oh, how it is collected, is it from the form?
Yeah.
अब जो form fill करते हो ना,
No,
in that form.
not the same.
Hmm.
Like how it is going to affect like civil score. Like
Think
that.
about it. I'm not saying civil score. I'm saying whether a customer will be a good customer or a bad customer,
Well, yeah, good
whether
or bad.
payback or not. Okay.
Yeah.
Imagine you have 30 dependents in your family. Aapko the like let us suppose two customers, customer A, customer B. Customer A is earning 1 lakh, but he has only one dependent, his wife. Okay. Customer B is earning 1 lakh, but he has 5 dependents. Okay. One wife, 4 kids. Tell me where there is a high chance for defaulting.
Sir, the one with higher dependence.
Fast.
First one. यार आप कॉमेडी तो नहीं कर रहे हो ना? 1 lakh salary, 1 lakh salary. Somebody with 5 dependents, somebody with 1 dependent.
Okay, got it. So I thought like five are like income. Okay.
No, everybody like 5 are dependents on it. That's right. Yeah.
Okay, in that way.
Sir, it's like more number of dependents, higher chance of getting defaulted. Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, that's what we are assuming and going ahead, but the data will tell us. Okay. As of now, from the business point of view, I am kind of thinking of connections, but the data will tell us whether dependents will have an impact or not. Yeah, isn't it? As of now, it deserves to be there. Shaurav again has a connected question. In 2 years, 12
Actually,
will be
sir,
generated. Yeah.
if he's not gonna pay the dependents, are going to pay or something like that. Actually.
नहीं like इतना कॉम्प्लेक्स नहीं करते because let's keep it simple. सब लोग बच्चे लोग हैं. Okay. They'll say कि कार्ड क्या होता है.
नहीं अभी समझ गया like उल्टा सोच लिया.
Okay. Now in 2 अरे हर एक महीने एक बिल जनरेट होता है ना. In 2 years 2 bill will be 12 bills or 24 bills. How many bills will be generated every month? one bill generate होगा ना आपका.
One bill.
Yes or no? 2 years 24 bills will be generated because every month end you will get a bill, no? Credit card bill or EMI or whatever it is. 24 it will be, not 12, because billing cycle happens every month on month. These are all the variables. Okay, let us go ahead. If we get the data from the data, how do we go about it? Now listen to me carefully. There is a step-by-step process that you have to follow. Otherwise you will be missing important points while doing the data exploration, validation and cleaning. So first get the basic details of the data. Make sure that everything is set. Let's say the company is saying or the client is saying that there are 1,50,000 customers. Do we really have 1,50,000 customers, or in the data set there are only 1 lakh customers given to us? Now the client is saying that there are 11 variables. Do we really have 11 variables in the data, or 1 or 2 missing? That kind of basic details. Let's get the metadata. Metadata means data about the data. The client is saying that some variables are numerical, some variables are non-numerical. Do we really have that? Let's say monthly income, we expect it to be numerical. Is it really coming as numerical, or there are any issues in that? We expect the variables to be in certain limits. Do you think all the variables will be exactly in the same limits? Do you think exactly it will be between 0 to 24? Exactly this will be between 0 to 10. Will it happen like that? May not be sure. We have to check all those basic details. That is step 1. Then we divide the data into categorical and continuous. We divide the data into actually 2 types. One is categorical. The other one is continuous. Give me example of some of the categorical and discrete. This is also known as discrete, a little connected. Give me examples of categorical variables. Some of the categorical variables.
Racial
Age,
status.
marriage,
Gender,
Gender,
age, gender,
marital status.
marital status, those kind of things are categorical. Discrete means they're also similar to categorical, but they can be ordered. That means number of dependents, 1 to 2. They cannot be anything like 1.5 or anything. Okay. Number of loans, that can be 0 or 1 or 2 or 3. Can it be anywhere in between them? No, it cannot be. Then what are continuous variables? Variable that can take any value in between this.
Sales.
Salary or income. Income is 5,000 or 8,000. Can it be anything between that?
Yes, sir.
Possible. So we have to divide the data. Again, explore categorical variables separately, continuous variables separately. Then once you find all the issues, then do the cleaning of the data. Okay. So let us first get the basic details of the data. Not every time when you are looking at the basic details, you will find all the issues, but there are any glaringly visible issues, you will find them easily. Okay. Check for any glaringly visible issues. If you find them any, let me know. So what you can do is, let us print the info. Okay. From info, you may get some information, and let us print the first 10 records, a snapshot of the data. I'm not saying that you will find all the issues here, but you may find some glaringly visible issues. So tell me if you have found any glaringly visible issues. We will make a note of them. Later on, we will be cleaning them. Okay. So go ahead, look at the info, all of you, and head from there. Have you found any issues? Observe it carefully and let me know if there are any issues that we have found here. Otherwise, anyway, later on we will find
Sir, one of the issue is in debt to
debt
income ratio.
ratio. What is the issue in debt ratio that you have found? Problem guys, man. What is the
There is
issue?
issue in the monthly income column.
First, let's tell me about debt ratio. Debt ratio kya tha issue?
Sir, in top 10
5710
values, one is 5,760 and one
It
is
has to be
44.
between 0 and 1, but
Yes,
going
Yes.
beyond 1, is it? Okay, that's a
true.
problem. What else? Somebody was saying something else.
There is issue with the monthly
there
income.
is
Monthly income. Kya hai? Issue kya hai isme?
There are many null
null
values.
values.
Null values are there. Okay. Teesra issue. What is the next issue? Number of dependents. What is the issue in that?
Null values.
Null values are there. Any other issues? Glaringly visible issues? Is it possible to note down all the issues just by looking at the head, just by looking at the info? Do we find all of them here itself every time?
No, sir.
no, sir.
Not
No, sir.
possible. Only glaringly visible issues. If we are lucky, we'll find them here. Otherwise, we'll find them anyway later on. What else? Have you found any other glaringly visible issues here?
Lender issue, policy issue.
No, I'm saying from the data only, not from the policy or somewhere else. Okay. From this data set, what are the issues?
sir, the number of
data?
open credit loans is higher in
Number of
some cases.
loans mein issues tha kya? What is it?
Sir, some of them are 13 or more
Looks
than the
like
range that we have talked.
higher numbers. So what you need to do is you have to make a note of all these. We are only noting down the issues. What is the process? Explore the data, validate the data, then clean the data. Okay. Once again, is it possible to find all the issues just by browsing these records? Not possible.
No, sir.
Will
No, sir.
those issues be captured later on? Once we go variable by variable, anyway, we'll capture them. Yes or no? Let us start the division of the variables into categorical, discrete, and continuous variables. Okay. So tell me, serious delinquency in last 2 years, is it categorical, discrete, or continuous? What type
Sir,
of variable is it?
categorical.
Is categorical. Why? because it takes only two values. It takes
Yes or no?
yes
Default
or no, defaulter
Yes
or
or no.
non-defaulter, 1 or 0. Monthly credit card utilization percentage.
Continuous.
Continuous.
Minimum value is 0, maximum value is 1. Can it be 0.15?
No, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
0.158?
Yes, sir.
It
Yes,
takes
sir.
any value between these. Is it fair to say it is continuous? It takes
continuous.
all the values between 0 and 1. Age is little
Continuous.
tricky. Age is little
Categorical.
tricky. Sometimes if you are considering age as 18, 19, 20, nothing in between, in this case it will be discrete.
Discrete.
If it is 18, 18.9 or 18.8, then in this case it will be
Continuous.
continuous. So
Continuous.
depending on how we have captured age, sometimes it will be discrete, sometimes it will be continuous. Are you with me? Do you agree with this statement?
Sir, will it be fair to say that generally it is discrete?
Assumption कर रहे हो? Assumptions are not good. Okay, so it's better to say sometimes it will be discrete, sometimes it will be continuous, depending on how we capture it. Okay, let us not make any assumption. Let us see in the data how is it. Okay, fine.
So what do you mean by discrete, sir?
Discrete means can it be, let's say, number of loans? Okay, let me take an example of number of loans. What are the values that it can be taking? Number of loans
1, 2, 3.
Whole number
0, 1, 2, 3. Can the loans be 1.5?
Okay.
Can the loans be 1.5, 1.8, 1.9? Then we call
Yes,
these
sir.
variables as discrete. Are you with me? They take only limited values. Can you identify some other discrete variables in this data? Number of dependents, is that discrete or continuous?
Sir, discrete.
0,
Discrete, sir.
1, 2, 3. Yeah. 1 month late frequency. How many times you are 1 month late?
So
What
continuous
type of
variable.
variable is it?
Mhm.
How many times
Continuous.
you can be 1 month late? Tell me. Tell me some
And
examples.
zero,
Zero.
zero minimum.
0, 1, 2.
1, 2, 3. Is it discrete or continuous?
Discrete.
Can you be 0.5 times late?
No.
No.
0.2 times late? Those who told continuous, now you understood the logic.
So basically
Can
the
we
whole
say
numbers.
this is discrete? Yes or no? Think about it, all of you. Do you agree with that or not?
Yes, sir.
Like discrete hai ya nahi? Anybody who is having confusion, stop me right now. I'll try to give many number of examples.
तो इसको continuous भी तो बोल सकते हैं. Like एक एक करके अगर slab है तो ऐसा.
कैसे भाई? How many times you got late? Do you ever say that I got 2.5 times late, 3.8 times late? ऐसा हो सकता है क्या?
नहीं, ऐसा नहीं है. Like discrete is I understood, but can you say this continuous as well? I'm saying that.
Why?
Like 0, 1, 2. Like,
Continuous
because
means
you're
take a minimum value. What's the minimum value? 0. What's the maximum value?
1
24.
suppose.
24,
Okay.
right? Any value between 0 and 24, if it can take any value, then you will say continuous. The definition of continuous is in the given
Okay.
range of minimum and maximum, it should take any value. For example,
Okay, that can be decimal.
yeah, any value, decimal or anything, 0 to 1. Minimum revolving utilization credit or minimum monthly utilization is 0%, maximum monthly utilization is 100%, right? Can it take any value between them? Possibly, countably infinite
Yes.
values, can it take?
Yes.
Then only we'll call it as continuous. बस हमारे मन से नहीं बना रहा, it's a definition of continuous. Okay, now tell me, does this qualify as continuous?
Sir,
Can
can
it
it be
take-
called both discrete and continuous because it
Before
is
that,
lying in the range but not taking all the
If it
Yeah,
is
that was
not
my
taking
question.
all the values, then it is discrete only, no? Continuous has a very good definition for you. It should take all the values. Why are you confusing yourself? Why are you calling it as continuous if it is not taking all the values? Between 0 and 24, simple question. Between 0 to 24, is it taking all the values?
No, sir.
Then not continuous. No question of it. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Clear? Like once again, is it strictly discrete or not? Think about
Yes,
it.
sir.
Yeah. Depth ratio. It
So
can be
this is
between.
continuous.
This is continuous. Why are you
Continuous.
calling it as continuous once again?
So because it can
It
take all
can
the
be
values.
All the values in the range. Perfect. Monthly income. Monthly income.
This
Continuous.
also continuous.
Because it is going from, let's say, 1,000 or minimum, whatever it is, to the maximum. Between minimum maximum, monthly income can be anything. Any value.
Yes, sir.
Can the
Yes,
monthly
sir.
income will be 12,051.23?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So definitely this will be what? If a variable takes
Continuous.
any value in that range, that will be continuous. Am I confusing you or are you getting clarity on this? Tell me.
So
Continuous.
clear.
Yeah. 3-month late frequency. What are the values it can take?
Discrete.
0,
0, 1,
1,
2,
2
3,
till
and so on
24.
until 24.
Discrete.
Definitely this is
A discrete
discrete.
variable.
Number of home loans.
Discrete.
Discrete.
0, 1, 2, 3, discrete. 2-month late frequency.
Discrete.
0,
Discrete.
1, 2, 3, discrete. The ones that are discrete, the ones that are continuous, are you clear on this? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Let us
Yes,
do
sir.
quickly once again. Serious delinquency in last 2 years.
It's categorical.
Categorical or discrete. If it is 0, 1, we will say discrete or categorical.
Yes.
Credit card utilization percentage, monthly utilization
Continuous.
percentage,
Continuous.
continuous. Age,
So both discrete or
both
continuous.
discrete
and
and
continuous.
depending on
both.
how it is,
Data.
data is 1 month late
Discrete.
frequency,
Discrete.
discrete, debt ratio.
Continuous.
Continuous.
Yeah,
Yes.
who's doing that?
Interesting.
Monthly income,
Continuous.
It is continuous.
continuous. Number of loans,
Discrete.
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 sir.
3-month late frequency,
Discrete.
Discrete.
house loans,
Discrete.
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 2-month late frequency, dependents.
Discrete.
Absolutely clear on this?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Yes. So what we do is for categorical and discrete variables, we do the exploration separately. For continuous variables, we do the exploration separately. For categorical discrete variables, since they take only limited number of values, we do the exploration by looking at the frequency tables. Can you tell me what is a frequency table? In a frequency table, if you are drawing for a particular variable in a frequency table, you will have the different values taken by that variable. Let's say number of loans 0, 1, 2, 3, and how many times 0 appeared, how many times 1 appeared, how many times 2 appeared, how many times 3 appeared,
Repetition.
frequency or the count. By looking at this, if there are any issues, if there are any values that this variable should not take, and how many times that is appearing, that you will get to know. So how do you explore discrete variables or categorical variables? By looking at the frequency table, or you can also draw a box, the bar chart and all that. That is not required. Frequency table should be fine. You can use a package called cbon and then say cbon.count plot, then mention the variable name. You will be able to see the plot. Otherwise, you can also see the frequency charts. So go ahead for these variables: serious delinquency, age, number of times 1 month late, number of loans. For all these variables, draw the frequency charts and let me know if you find any issues. One by one, keep on drawing. I'll also do that along with you. Let's go here. Categorical variables or discrete variables exploration. This is the data. Serious delinquency in last 2 years, it is taking 0 and 1 only. And then age variable. Age variable is taking too many values. And then like that, simply go one by one. Let me know if you find any issues. Let us do one by one. Seriously delinquency in last 2 years, have you found any issues, glaringly visible issues?
No,
It
sir.
should take 0 and 1. It looks like fine. Is it taking 0 and 1 or any other value it is taking?
So 0 and 1.
0 and 1. Yeah. How much?
Yes,
Which
sir.
one is dominating? Zeros or ones?
0.
So 0.
0 is dominating. 1 is like almost 0 is more than 90%. That's what happens, isn't it? A lot of people will
Yes,
be
sir.
paying back. Card utilization, that is anyway continuous. Age, are there any glaringly visible issues that we need to consider later on?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Not much. Some values of age are going above 100, but very few frequency. We can see that later. Tell me 1 month late frequency. Are there any issues in that? What is the minimum and maximum value that 1 month late frequency should take? All of you draw this first. 1 month late frequency, 30 to 59 days past due, not worse. What I'm asking you to do is number of 30 to 59 days past due, but not worse. Draw this one. So what's the minimum value that this variable should take ideally?
So 0.
Zero, sir.
Anything less than 0? Have you found any issues lower side?
No, sir.
No, sir.
What's the maximum value that this variable can take?
24.
24.
24.
Is 24 really the maximum or are there any issues?
So
No issue.
it is
No,
taking
no
only
issue, sir.
till.
It's
Clean hai? This is clean?
Clean.
Yes, sir.
Clean hai?
the 90,
98 it is.
98.
देख
98.
रहे हो भाई, seriously देख लो आप. 24 ही
98.
max है क्या? बीच में कुछ आ रहा है
Oh,
ना
sir.
देखना clearly. What's the maximum value that it is taking?
98.
98, sir.
98. Can
Yeah.
somebody be 98 times late when 24 bills got generated?
No,
No,
sir.
sir.
You're getting it? 98. Is there any other issue?
96 also.
96, 98. Issues are there. Have you identified all of them, or of you? You have to be careful, isn't it? Here we just look at this, we think that is the maximum, but in between these are left out. Okay, careful. Debt ratio anyway continuous, income anyway continuous. Number of loans. What's the range that we thought of? Number of loans कितना हो सकता है personal loans? 0 to maybe 10 होगा, 12 or something like that. Are there any values that are going beyond 10?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Many are there.
Any are there? So more than 10 loans. Number of 3-month late frequency. What is the range?
Sir, 0 to 24.
Are there any issues?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
98 and 96.
The same 98, 96, same.
Same. Yeah.
Yes,
Same
sir.
issue here as well.
Yeah.
Number of home loans, what is the range that we thought of?
Sir, 0 to 5.
0 to 5, 5 home
or
loans tak theek hai. Any issues?
Sir, 54.
More than 5
Many
home
are
loans.
very.
Go.
Yeah, very big. 3-month late frequency,
Yes, sir.
month later.
98 and 96. Same.
0 to 24 should be the case. 98 and 96 are again coming issues. Number of dependents, what did
Yes.
we think of? How much is the minimum? 0.
10
Max kitna
0
ho
to
sakta hai?
10, sir.
0 to 10. How much?
This-
Yeah.
20 वाला भी
20,
है.
13, 20.
20 and 30.
Are there too
30 and
many
30.
or frequency is very
Uh,
less?
1,
The
2 are there.
frequency is very less. Only
Two.
one.
I
one.
think
Very
this
less.
is fine, I guess, isn't
Possible.
it? Little
Yeah,
bit like
possible.
out of 1,50,000 mein, I think we can expect few people to have a higher number of dependents. हो सकता है ना, like 13.
2, 3 white cells.
Eh, not like that. Dependents, maybe some other dependents are there. Okay. I think this should be fine. So too many dependents are not there for too many candidates. 1 or 2 places, that should be fine. Okay. So I would say there are some variables that are having issues. Already we have made notes when we looked at some of the overall basic contents. We made these notes. Yes or no? Have you made these notes?
Yes.
At least in your mind? We looked at them. Yeah. And then we also going to make notes on these issues. What do you do in the data exploration, data validation phase? You keep on looking at each and every variable, make as much notes as possible, because we have to go back and clean this data.